Israel Teaching Fellows, Netanya. We're here with Seth Reeder, who's a current fellow in Netanya, to tell us a little bit about his experience so far. Hi, Seth.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. So can you tell us a little bit about how you heard about Israel Teaching Fellows, why you decided to come, and why you chose Netanya specifically?
Yes. So a couple years ago, I actually went on a birthright Taglit outdoors, and I fell in love with the experience of being in Israel. I was for an opportunity to get back to Israel and hopefully get back. Before coming to Israel, I worked at the University of Miami in Florida, so I worked in education, and I knew I wanted to do something related to education, something involved teaching, and then I received an email that I'd like to go to Israel and teach and volunteer for a year, and I said absolutely, and so I applied, and here I am. I was really looking for an opportunity to learn more about myself, learn more about what it means to identify as Jewish, since I wasn't raised in a Jewish traditional household. So it was a great learning experience and opportunity for me as well. And when I was looking at the cities, I love beach cities, and I lived in Miami before this, and then before that I lived in Los Angeles and California for 6 years, so I stay around water and in hot places, which is definitely Tanya. But I was really just looking for a diverse location, which everything in Israel is diverse for the most part. But I really was looking forward to just being able to try something new and experience a new city and a new life. And I'm really, really happy that I made that decision.
Nice. Can you talk a little bit more about what has made Netanya unique compared to some of the other cities you've heard other fellows working in, or some of your favorite things about the city?
Absolutely. So Netanya is more of like a tourist destination, I would say. There's a large French and Russian population. Our apartments are about 3 to 5 minute walk from the beach, so it is definitely a plus. And it's the way that we live. Like right now, I'm currently sitting in my living room, kitchen room. It's all one room, so I know the living situations are different in each area. But I think what makes Netanya unique is the experience that you create for yourself, like going out, and we're centrally located in Tel Aviv and Haifa, so we're able to hop on a bus for maybe 25 minutes to Tel Aviv, 25 minutes up north to Haifa, about an hour and a half to Jerusalem, so it's south, but we're really centrally located, so there's a lot of opportunities to go out to explore the country, because we're middle and right on the water. And also the nightlife here isn't as intense as some other cities. There are some local hangouts that are really great. There's a bar right down the street that has an open mic night every week, and so I like to play music. So I go and I sing every Sunday there, which is really nice. And it's a lot of locals that go to that setting. So it's really nice to be able to see some of the local Israelis hanging out and going out with us. And it also has the best falafel place in Netanya. I've heard from many local Israelis that falafel Musa is the best. So I can't argue with that. I go there maybe once a week or so. But overall, each city has something unique to offer, and I couldn't be happier being in Netanya, just because of the location, the beaches, the living situation is great. All 26 of the fellows that live in Netanya are in the same building, so we see each other regularly. So we always have that American group for if we need someone to talk in English. We have that right there, and we're all really close to the center of the city. We live on a street called Smolansky, so when people ask where I live, I say, oh, Smolansky, and they're like, oh, it's right in the center of the city. So it's nice that where we are here is really centrally located as well. So it's close to the shops, close to the malls, close to the restaurants, and the beach. So overall, it's a really nice location.
Awesome.
I hope that answered your question.
Can you talk a little bit about your school and what it's like, and what challenges some of the students there face, specifically in Netanya?
Absolutely. The schools definitely have a range. There are some schools that have very few resources, and some that have a little more resources available to them. I think mine has more resources available, but it's a very, very large school and very religious. We have 800 students, first through sixth grade, so there's a lot of students. My school has 3 English teachers that we work with. Some schools only have one. But I will say, in the school system, there's definitely a struggle because you're working with students that maybe are in the sixth grade and don't even know the ABCs, or some students in fourth grade that are able to hold a basic conversation with me in English. So there's a wide spectrum of the types of students that we're working with. So I would say every day is a new challenge. It's important to go in with an open mind because you never know what you're going to expect when you meet with some of the students. It could be a conversation that you're having with just anyone that you meet. Like it could be, hey, I'm going to teach you the ABCs and we're going to play some games, or I'm going to have an actual conversation and we're going to read a story together. So it's a difference every single day, which that's what I really love about it. So I would just say to come with an open mind because the schools are so different. But it's also what makes the job exciting.
Awesome. And I know you're doing a secondary volunteering project outside of the classroom. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. One that I'm doing, my teaching partner and I, we both have a background in music and theater, so we're directing a musical. So it's something that the school hasn't seen. We're of Oz, and it's just a great experience to see the students light up and they're sing and give dance and act when schools don't have arts, and seeing how excited parents were, supportive the day after school. They asked if they could help. So it's a really rewarding experience to show something I'm passionate about, be able to into the schools. I also spent some time teaching music class at a school. I was teaching guitar, singing with a group of students. But the radio programs is also extreme. Someone is volunteering at a vet clinic. They want a veteran with America, and they're getting that, so they were almost here. There's a program called Kids where they're privileged area extra to help them stay out of trouble, which is a great program. So I've actually gone a couple of times just to play basketball with them and just to experience what they're doing, which is a great program. And that same program started another program about lacrosse. So one of our fellows here is a lacrosse player, so he plays on the Israeli lacrosse team, and then he's also teaching lacrosse. So that's just looking for ways to engage who you're working with, and I think that's what's great about the program is, at least from what I've seen, is our Madrakim are very supportive of what we want to do. So when I said I want to do a musical, they said okay. And when someone says I want to do lacrosse, they said okay. So it's any way that we can give back to the future of Israel, essentially, which I think is really great.
Nice. And so I'll wrap up. Last question. What are one or two of your absolute favorite places to go in Netanya, and what are some of the surprising things you've discovered by being there for 6 or 7 months so far?
Okay. Some of my favorite places to go, I would say, I know this is the cliche answer, but the beach is. I was actually there today, this afternoon. I know snowy in New York, but we're having weather right here. So the beach is amazing, and there's more than one place to go on the water. You can go the promenade, which is with a lot of restaurants, but also if you walk farther down, there's just a few nice hotels with views, and it's very peaceful place. 10 months go very, very fast. We're already over halfway through, and I can't believe that it's almost done. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Seth, and telling us a little bit about Netanya and helping applicants figure out, what city they should choose. And good luck with the rest of your year.
Absolutely.